Hi, I'm Felix. I'm not a Buddhist, but these poems come from a time where I was obsessed with Buddhism. I read all the books and watched all the Richard Gere documentaries. And apologies, my throat is really sore. My mouth is really, really dry. Here we go. Samana. On the path leading down from my home, and with dark humming in the wind, I am stooping, hungry. I move away from the men stacking bricks and the teachers on the steps, going over instead to the shade of the orange trees. Brahmins sit silent near the fountain, beards tucked into rope belts. Girls from school hold hands as they gaze up at film posters in the window, and some guy with a dog gets pulled from the pavement. With arms against bark, I push up, walk away from the street scene and onto the dirt track by the river. I feel calm, stripped and content, like driving through Canadian pines or flying to Iceland as a child. But there's also a sense, a feeling. I'm thinking about it now. As I walk alongside the bank, my feet press into the earth and the flint scratches embeds in my heel. Gautama. There have been rumours, I've heard them, that you have achieved what was searched for. And when, picking your way through the fields, with jeans rolled up to the knees, and singing Lou Reed songs and Nick Drake, you stopped and sat and turned your head and breathed. It's like the old woman in the house next door who spread her hands into a lotus, who smiled and whispered my name like a prayer, oh yes. But also like the beggar, who sat collecting in the underpass, who turned his head when I offered bread and apples. And you were sort of solitary, yet always surrounded by those who would listen to you. Even after you had given up your job at the art house cinema, even after you had deposited 4 bin bags of clothes and books in the doorway of an Oxfam. Your thin pale arms and weird fingers, your beautiful torso in the sun, your ribs in the shade. Ferryman. We come across each other under trees, we embrace and put our hands in each other's hair. We talk cross-legged. Constructing cigarettes on the bench and losing tobacco through the slats, we discuss early works of directors we're into, sometimes meeting each other's gaze, and I feel more content and afraid than I do with other boys. You don't have a phone and you sleep lengthways against the stone wall. You said to grip the pole and, drive it down into the pads, the reeds and the silt, push the craft at such an angle as to avoid being swept downstream. You said take it slow. Then a break in the waters. A soft cry from a gull, and we listen at the edge, the river like a plane, slicing our vision. Buddha like a frog, it sits on your shelf, our bare ankles touch. Thank you.